Okay, your Greek word for the day is makaros. All right, so what is that? Well, makaros appears 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times in this gospel. So you want to guess which word it is. It's the word blessed. Okay, that's the word for the day. All right. Now, if you ever notice, if you ever read other Bibles or other devotionals or like something like a Magnificat, you might notice that sometimes they don't use the word blessed. Sometimes they use the word happy. Sometimes they use the word fortunate. Okay. Happy, not a good translation, especially the way we use happy in today's context. Happy has to do with kind of our passions and our emotions, right? Some days we're happy, some days we're not. You know, that's not what is getting at here in the text, okay? It would be kind of silly to say, oh, well, you're mourning. Oh, well, then you're happy. No, that's nonsense, okay? All right, so it's not happy, at least happy in the sense of like, you know, those temporary feelings and passions that we get. Blessed's okay. It's something, you know, something that God is saying is good. Like God is showing goodness, or God is happy, you know, not happy in the way I described, but God is pleased with our current state of life. That's okay. But really fortunate might be the best way of describing it, okay? By fortunate, I mean that one possesses something that usually others do not have. That's the best translation, I think. Having something that others, or even in this case, most, don't have. So in the Greeks during Jesus' time, they would use that word makaros, fortunate, to describe their gods. Why? Well, obviously, the gods have something, they have power or whatever, they have something that we don't as mere human mortals, okay? They have something that we don't. So Jesus uses that word, and at least Matthew, as he's writing this down, uses that word, have something that others wish to have but they don't. Now here's the irony in it. As you read the passage, again, poor in spirit, meek, merciful, clean of heart, peacemakers, mourns. These are things that the world in general don't wish to have or don't desire it. So what's Jesus getting at here? Why are we fortunate to possess something that most wish that they had but they don't? Well, the key in all this is what? What do the saints, what do they have in their life that we aspire to have? First of all, they had a trust in God. They believed in that God was going to bestow goodness upon them, maybe not in this life, but the life to come. And because they trusted that God is a good God and that God has something great great for them, they also loved God. Faith, hope, and love. The theological virtues. The saints lived those to the max. The saints knew that despite whatever sufferings are coming their way, where again the world would say avoid, get rid of, no sufferings, that's bad. The saints accepted them. The saints accepted the crosses in their life because they knew that God is a good God. They had faith in him. They knew that they had a great eternal life for them. They had hope in him. And because of that, they loved him. They gave him everything because they knew and understood that God is continually showering himself onto their lives. The saints knew that. I mean, most of our saints are martyrs, right? Most of our saints died a very unpleasant and unhappy death. But they're blessed, they're fortunate because they had the relationship with God. They had those virtues. They used those virtues of faith, hope, and love. That's what makes them so great. Not because of all the miracles that they might have performed, all the accomplishments, or anything like that. The core of all that is living out those theological virtues of faith, hope, and love. We have them too. We have them from our baptism. Sometimes we got to take them off the shelf, brush the dust off of them, and ask God to increase those three virtues in our lives. That's our path. That's how we become saints as well. May God bless you.